What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Turbo John YouTube channel. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Go to turbojohnracing.com to pick you up some merchandise. This is part 2 of our no prep race that we had at Rockingham Dragway. In part 1, I was shaking down the car. It was my first time on slicks in a very long time. I had really good results from those 2 passes. So here we are, we're doing the driver's meeting. We had a total of 7 cars showed up. It was $300 a piece to get into the race. So the total pot was $2,100. Not too bad, but we were hoping we were gonna have a full 32 car field so we could race for $10,000. But it didn't work out that way. The only thing I was a little disappointed with, the cars from the Dirty South, they had 4 cars there. They were all on small tires, and none of them got into the small tire race. I was really hoping that they were going to get in there so we could mix it up with some of the TV stars and see how our rides stacked up against them. But apparently they race mostly on prep surfaces, and the no prep they're not real familiar with. But we were having a great time regardless, and it was going smooth as butter until we pulled those chips out of the bag. And once we pulled the chips out of the bag, I realized I drew my buddy Brian again first round. And so this is the second race in a row that we drew each other first round. We got to stop making this happen. So here we go. Let's dive into the race. Going to be a fun time. So I got to race my buddy Brian in this beautiful car, which sucks considering, you know, we work on each other's stuff all the time and we had to draw each other first round. But it is what it is. You know, what can you do? There's only 7 cars total in our class. So we're gonna touch them up, see what happens. Okay, here we go. First round officially. Me and Brian, looks like we're gonna go last, I guess. once again, that did not go like I planned. I mean, God, this thing is testing me. So this time, so the first time we went in there and started to bump, we were confused on the way the lines were. So we thought the front end, we thought the tire needed to be on the first line, and it was the front end. So we were bumped. We didn't get bumped the first time. So this time we clarified the line had to be here. So I got Randy to line up like right here. And then when we started bumping, the car apparently does not move a lot when we bump. So it took a lot longer for it to bump in. He was waving, and it finally got bumped in. When I let go of the transfer brake button, it just spun from the go. It had been like hook and spin. It's like an initial grab, and then it just knocks the tire over. But that time, since it took so long for it to actually stage up, it left on, well, it didn't leave. It did leave. It left on 6.5 pounds of boost. So when it leaves on 6.5 pounds of boost, and it's following the boost curve a little too aggressive, and then it gets out there and knocks the tire off. So Brian got the win again, which he left before I did anyway. I was late again, so I can't seem to cut a tree against him regardless of what we do. But luckily my buddy made it through, so we'll help him, and hopefully he'll get through into the money, and everything will work out good. So they're down to 4 cars. They'll be calling them up in a few minutes to try to get them to shake it down. So yeah, it's getting pretty frustrating. You know, I feel like I'm letting my team down. The car is not behaving at all. It does great when we don't need it to do great. You know, I would rather struggle in the shakedowns and then for it to go good when we need it to go good, but we're currently doing the opposite. Okay, so old girl, she done good again when there's nobody beside me. It went fast. I mean, like real fast. So, I mean, I just got to figure out how to make it happen when it counts, when we're racing someone. And recently, that has not been happening at all. It's been making good shakedowns, but when I get up there, when it counts, it is not going. It's getting frustrating, but then you go, it's like golf, I guess. You go get that, you have a terrible time, and then all of a sudden, you have that good lick, and then you're ready to go again, and you're set. All right, let's check it out. Finals are coming up. That should be a good, tight race. Check it out. So here we go. Peter's on the right here, and Lyle's on the left. That's your finals. Be a great race. What? Wow, Lyle with the win. I thought for sure Peter was in front. He must have had to get out of it on the big end. Lyle drove around him. Wow, what a race. What a race. All right, guys, well, that's it. We're done. We didn't get any more racing done. Luckily, we made another shakedown, another test pass, and it run good. So I'm really happy with the way that done. It sucks Brian's is tore up. Something's the matter with it. Hopefully it's something simple. Lyle Barnett got the win. He had that thing flying. That was a great race in the finals. I thought for sure that Peter was ahead from where I was standing, but he was not. A lot of people out here helping out today. We had a good time. It was fun. It was always good. It's always a good time when you're out here drag racing. I got really frustrated. I'm still a little frustrated that I let my friends down. As a good racer, which clearly I am not, I should have, when it wasn't bumping, you know that it's going to build more boost the longer you stay there. And it was fairly flatlined on the boost curve when you look at it, but it just made more boost. It made a pound more boost, and that's why I knocked the tires off. So, but luckily it went down and on the shakedown afterwards, so that made me feel a little bit better. All right, guys, y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Go to turbojohnracing.com, pick you up some merchandise. Hit that join button if y'all want to join in on our weekly live chats. We had a good time. We're going to close up tonight. We are done.